What's going on, guys? Merry Christmas. Christmas is finally here at last, and the village that we've been working on for the last few episodes has been coming together quite a lot this year, which I'm extremely happy about. It's all sort of developed over time, and a couple of the big builds, and then we've got the train track running in the background with this sort of Winter Express back there that Cloud built. And then we've got the building over there with the penguin next to it, which I absolutely love. And then we've got the little train station, and then we've got the Santa's workshop, and then we've got Santa's house next to the ice rink. So it's all sort of come together bit by bit. And there is just one last thing that I wanted to show you in this area that Cloud went ahead and built, which is this one. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas. He actually went ahead and built a note block song underneath the tree. We can have it on a loop if we wanted to. I can actually give you a little showcase of where it is. It's just underneath here. And what we can do is actually connect this redstone line so then it continuously loops round and round. But we did think about it, and I know that I was in the wrong whether to have it on the loop, but I think he's kind of just because we don't want it continuously going round and round and just non-stop, and if you wanted to spam the button you'll end up having multiple loops of it going round and round and it'll just sound like a mess. But yeah, it's a nice little final touch to this sort of Christmas area, which is really nice. And then we've got the villager house that I built, which is the first build I've done actually this year. And then we've got the upgraded little storage shack, the Santa's workshop, Santa's house, and then we've got the train station, and then we've got another villager house with the penguin. This is pretty cool. I didn't even imagine having like that as the end bit of a scarf. It actually looks really nice. And then you've got a crazy Christmas tree which he built, which is using so many different blocks and sort of decorational techniques. And the red glazed terracotta works really well as like baubles on a tree. And then he's got a little star on his tree with an iron golem doing, I don't know what he's doing. He just seems to be stuck in an infinite round and round the loop. And then we've got some villagers ice skating. But nevertheless, we're not actually going to work on anything in this area. What we will do is head back through our portal, which is another thing that was built. And then we can head through our Christmas tunnel, which is also an addition this year. So yeah, like I said, this Christmas area has actually come along quite a lot this year, which is extremely good and I absolutely love it. But we're going to be heading back to our storage room because there's something that I ran across when I was sort of picking up a bunch of blocks that I put down. I put down a bunch of copper to sort of oxidize because, well, I needed a bunch of it for a side project that I was working on later in the new year. But there was a little doorway that I obviously hadn't built, and I was like, okay, a little bit peculiar. It's like a random doorway which is just round here, but then it's something that Cloud's actually left me for Christmas, like Merry Christmas grows up from Cloud. And then he's done like a little Pokemon battle stadium. So we've got Charmander launching fireballs, Squirtle launching the sort of water attack, and then we've got the lightning coming from Pikachu, and then we've got a little Diglett. Personally, like Squirtle would beat Charmander, but Diglett would easily beat Pikachu. And then it would be out of Diglett and Squirtle, which Squirtle would probably win. So I think Cloud's got the bit of an unfair advantage on this one, but I've loved what he's done with it. It's like a little circular thing, and he sort of tied it in with the original theme of my base using the moss and the sort of geode up top and whatnot, and all the crystals, and it's just a really nice little touch. So we've got Team Joy's, Team Cloud, and with a little Pokemon battle going on. But what we're going to do is return the favour and try to build something over at his base. Now, because he has like most of his skins, the ones that you wear throughout the year, oh hello Steve, has the, what is it, the crowns on. So we've got all of the Cloud skins here, and we've got crown there, and crown there. And then these are the ones that he wears for the different periods. So you've got his steampunk one, his nurse outfit one, the zookeeper one, police station one, and a Christmas one. And then he's got his special Halloween one there. but his main ones that he wears throughout the years are always the one with a crown. Now, he hasn't got a dedicated throne. He's got a little throne in his vault, but I think we can probably step it up and do one just a little bit better. But it means I'm going to have to design something in a test world and then try to sneakily build it in his base. Here's one of them bits of oxidized copper that I was working on. So yeah, like we need to do that, and all throughout the week, this week, Mac's been going around cleaning up the server and just sort of picking up a bunch of different shulker monsters that were left at different projects, and he keeps on dropping them over here to run through my system. So we've still got all of this stuff to run through our system, and which is how come Steve is here, because I've just had constant shulkers running through the system permanently for like the last week and a half now. And it is actually topping up like all of our supplies, so we're not short on most of the resources. But nevertheless, what we are going to do is we're just going to jump straight into a time lapse of me building Cloud, because I don't know the times and what like times he's going to be on or not, which means I have to try to get over there in the times that he's not on and then sneakily build it. Now, I can't guarantee that I'm actually going to be in a situation where I'm able to record. So obviously Christmas time, you have family members dropping in and out constantly. So whether or not I'm going to be in a quiet enough space in order to record while building it, but I will definitely be able to build it as soon as I know that he's not going to be on for a little while. So what we'll do is I'll design it in a test world, sort of get an idea of what I want to do, find an area in his base, and then we can just jump straight into a time lapse. So hopefully you enjoyed the time lapse, and I'll catch you after it. Alright, so I finally managed to get it done without him finding out whilst I was on, and I can show you where it is now. So if we come down here now, the original throne room that he's got that's built into his vault is he still left like the scenario of where me and Sai came round and we'd done a bunch of like werewolf people coming in to steal all of his stuff. So we've got a bunch of them stealing his loot, and this is where his original little throne is, inside his vault. So he's got his King Cloud thing with a bunch of the expensive sort of blocks around him. We've got copper, we've got netherite over here, a bunch of amethyst, lapis, redstone, gold, and iron, and then diamond. I've got my ore borders on, so it looks a little bit different than what you're used to when you play. But nevertheless, I thought building a full dedicated throne, and I had to find somewhere a lot lower down in his base in order to put it, because he's taken up quite a lot of foot space down below. So I've dug out a little tunnel that goes down here, and we've got a bunch of with a skelly sort of saluting him as he comes down. And then when you open it up, you've got the big throne. Now you've got the floating candles, which is inspired by the sort of Harry Potter Hogwarts theme, where they've got a bunch of floating candles inside the main room. And then we've got this sort of reflection on the glass that's sort of bordering either side of the carpet. Now, first time I've ever attempted to do one of these type of floorings where you have to build the entirety of what's up here down below to give it a reflection look, and then you use the ice as like the reflective surface, and it looks really cool. And I love the way that it's actually come out, and it looks, it's very sort of regal, and it's the color theme. I've had to use a block palette that matches the rest of his base because I didn't want it to feel like it stood out like a sore thumb. So we've gone for like the warped wood, more oxidized copper, which tore through my supply of oxidized copper, so I'm going to have to do a bunch more of that. And then you sort of come in here. Now, I've also done all of this, and then I've done another gift, which is just over here. Please don't knock off the sign. Thank you. So the 3 heads of mine that he's not yet got, I got Psychotica to come on and kill me a few times while I had the different skins on. So you've got my current, the last Halloween skin, which is the Doctor one for the mental asylum. And then you've got my Guardian head, like for the Guardian farm that I done. And then we got the Bob the Builder head, which is for my industrial district. And then we got All Hail King Cloud, Merry Christmas. And I think it looks really cool. I love the way this sort of came out. I don't know if he would have wanted like the sort of dark and ominous theme, but the Blackstone works really well with the cyan of the cyan concrete and the warped wood, as well as like dark prismarine, and then we've got a reflective surface. And I even had to do the floating candles below, and I had to button the entire Blackstone floor because, knowing my luck, which just happened to be the area that I dug out is bang center of a slime chunk, so I had a bunch of slimes in here trying to kill me whilst I was digging it out, so I had to button everything below just to prevent slimes from spawning. But yeah, that's his Christmas gift sort of done. And because not many other people have been on during the Christmas period, Mac has, but he's doing his own bits and pieces, and I know that he's not going to have time, and I don't want him feeling bad, so I'm not going to worry about sorting him out a gift in anyway. So the only one that I had to really do one for was Cloud, because he built me that little Pokemon stadium inside my base, so I thought I'd return the favour and build something for him in his base. So hopefully he enjoys it, and hopefully he likes it, and hopefully he sees it before this episode actually comes out, otherwise I'm screwed. But yeah, that's the project done over here. Let's leave this area before he joins and sorts of gets a little bit curious as to why I'm skulking in his base, because the last few times he's caught me in his base is when I'm doing pranks like putting a bunch of shriekers underneath all of his carpets. I do that quite often though. I go over there and just do little random things, like I've done it with pufferfish, where I've gone and hid pufferfish everywhere in his base before. But yeah, nevertheless, I know that we've not really done much in this episode, but I'm probably going to be ending it relatively soon because I've not really got anything else planned, and there's not really enough time to start any sort of big builds, and it's only like 2 days before Christmas, so it's like 2 days before this episode should come out, and Christmas is a very busy period for everyone, including myself, which means I've got other bits and pieces that I really do need to get on with. But nevertheless, hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode, and I know it's going to be a short one, and I do hope everyone who's watching this has a really good Christmas and a happy new year, because I probably won't be doing any more episodes until the new year comes, and that's just, well, because I've got other bits and pieces to do IRL regarding family visiting and all of that lot. But nevertheless, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So yeah, catch you in the new year. Bye bye.